Hey guys, in this video we are going to discuss one problem which is called minimum steps to 1. So in this problem we are given n and we have to reduce this n to 1, and we are also given some certain conditions which we have to follow. So the first condition is that we can reduce n to n by 3 if and only if the n is properly divisible by 3. And the second condition is that we can reduce our n to n by 2 if and only if n is divisible by 2. And the third condition is that we can always reduce n to n minus 1. So for example, let's say we have 5 and here we have only one option, which is we can reduce it to 4. Okay, so now 4 is divisible by 2, so we can reduce 4 to 2. So we can divide 4 by 2 and we can reduce 1 from it and make it 3. And now here with 2 we have two options. First option is that we can divide it by 2 and make it 1. And second option is that we can reduce 1 from it. And with 3 we have two options. The first option is that we can divide it by 3 and make it 1. Second option is that we can make it 2 by reducing 1 from it. Okay, so now we can make 2 as 1 and 1. So here we can see that we have different number of steps, and the minimum number of steps are here, which is 1, 2 and 3. So we have 3 steps minimum, with which we can make 5 to 1. Now let's say we choose a greedy option here. And what is the greedy option? We will divide it the largest number if possible, and we will again divide it with the largest number possible if possible, and then we will make it 1. Let's say we have 9. So if we divide it by 3 we get 3, and again if we divide it by 3 we get 1. So we can see that we have got our minimum steps, which are 3. Now this will not always work. For example, if I give you 10, now you will divide it by 2 and make it 5, and for 5 we can again generate this whole tree, or we can just follow our greedy approach and reduce 1 from it. Now we can see that it is divisible by 2, and again it is divisible by 2. So we can see that here we have got 1, 2, 3 and 4 steps to reduce it to 1. And what if I reduce 1 from it and then I just divide it by 3? So we can see that here we have got 3 steps. So we can see that the greedy approach will not work in this problem. So we have to follow dynamic programming and try all the possible approaches. Okay, so we will just brute force it first, and then we will apply DP to it. Okay, so let's generalize our tree. So at first we have n, and let's say it is properly divisible by 3 and 2 both. So we can reach n by 3, we can reach n by 2, and we can reach n minus 1. Let's say this will give me x steps. So the answer for n by 3 is x steps, and answer for n by 2 is y steps, and the answer for n minus 1 is z steps. So we can form our recurrence relation as follows. So f of n will be minimum of x, y, z plus 1. So this will be our recurrence relation. So we have formed our recurrence relation, and we just have to apply dp to it. and then we can code our solution. So this is the top down approach to our DP. Now we can always form, not always, we can in most cases form bottom up approach for our DP from top down approach. So how to form bottom up approach? So we can see that we are checking for n by 3, n by 2 and n minus 1. So whenever we in the array, let's say we are at this index k, so we will check if k is divisible by 3, then we will take the answer of k by 3, and if k is divisible by 2, then we will take the answer of k by 2, and if we can always reduce 1 from k, so we will take the answer from k minus 1. So our DP of k will be minimum of DP of k minus 1, DP of k by 3 and DP of k by 2 plus 1. So this is our DP solution. Okay, this is the bottom up approach, and we have already discussed top down approach. Now what will be the complexity of our solution? So the complexity of any DP solution is the number of states, product of states. Okay, so the complexity is product of states times the transition. So the complexity of transition multiplied by product of state. This is the complexity of every DP solutions. So our state is just index, or let's say n, and our transition takes O1 time. So our total complexity will be O of n. So that's it for this video, guys, and in the next video I am going to code for this problem, and I am going to implement top down and bottom approach both. So thank you.